Hi guys, welcome back once again to Wentworth Life, the YouTube channel that talks everything Wentworth. If you're new to the channel, then hit that subscribe button right now for all future updates. And as usual, if you stick around until the end of the video, I will be responding to some of your comments. Okay, so things are starting to heat up now, not just for this week's episode, but I also have some exclusive information about next week's episode too. So I will be talking about that towards the end of this video and you will not want to miss it. But starting with tomorrow's episode titled Battle Lines, we have Ferguson coming back into General, which sounds totally insane. Like, I don't even know how that's going to happen. More than likely, Anne Reynolds will be the one to authorise this, which makes me think that maybe Anne could be working with Ferguson. That is, if Ferguson isn't faking. So many questions, guys. But anyway, let's have a quick look at the online episode guide. So, my favourite website here, Easty Oaks. So we've got Judy enlists the help of Annie, Boomer and Ruby to contact her father. After having a drink together, Anne shows her flirty side with Will. It then goes into more detail, so an increasingly volatile Annie struggles to keep her distance from Ferguson, leading to a confrontation. Judy enlists the help of Annie, Boomer and Ruby to contact her father, believing he will use his political influence to help her. However, his callous rejection drives Judy to commit a vicious act. Ferguson faces the prisoners for the first time. Meanwhile, still shaken by her attack on Mari, an increasingly volatile Annie struggles to keep her distance from Ferguson, leading to a dangerous confrontation. And Will and Anne attempt to repair their fractured relationship. And we also have over on the Internet Movie Database, we also have on the edge of breaking point, Ali finally faces Ferguson in an intense confrontation that brings back memories from years past. Under pressure, the staff struggle with maintaining the peace. So, when Ferguson comes back to General, her and Ali are in for a showdown. Now, with Ferguson claiming to be this little timid Kath Maxwell, and now with Ali turning into this badass top dog who has already started losing control and going a bit too far in her punishments, what the hell is going to happen? Because back in the day, Ali was no match for Ferguson. We know this from when Ali tried to fight her in the yard back in season 5. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens when they finally come face to face. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm very excited. So anyway, let's have a quick look at some of the photos from tomorrow night's episode. So we have Anne and Will hooking up. Now, somehow I don't think Anne is doing this because she actually likes Will. I think she actually hates him, but she's probably using him for some sort of gain, which is a shame because Will has already been in one toxic relationship with Winter. So I think Will needs to stay away from Anne. And we also have some of those photos between Ali and Ferguson in the showers, which look absolutely incredibly powerful. I'm really excited for it, and it also mentions that Judy violently lashes out. So I believe that this scene that we've seen in trailers where Judy is beating up somebody, it looks like somebody's on the floor and she's beating the crap out of them. And then we see Boomer and Ruby, they're running over to try and stop Judy doing from whatever she's doing. So, who is Judy beating up on the floor? Well, spoiler alert, it's Anne Reynolds. Yep, it looks like that the general manager is about to push Judy over the edge. So, does this mean that Judy is the violent terrorist that Anne has been claiming all along? I'm sure we'll find out very soon, but it was only a matter of time. So, we have a lot going on in this week's episode, and I'm sure that there's a lot that we don't even know about. But do you guys want a few juicy spoilers for next week's episode, episode 8? Okay, so the episode next week is called Goldfish Part 2. So you guys will remember Goldfish back in Season 3. It was the episode where Ferguson started losing control and she was getting quite close to Doreen. I think it was also the episode where Doreen gave birth. And Ferguson overheard Bea and Doreen slagging her off, calling her a freak. And then Ferguson goes back to her apartment, smashes up the apartment, and obviously smashes up the pool goldfish bowl. So that was Goldfish, and now next week's episode is called Goldfish Part 2. That is episode 8, season 8. And what's going to happen, guys? Well, a massive riot explodes inside Wentworth. Yep, you heard correctly. A massive, massive riot instigated by Lou Kelly. So, that is just a little treat for you guys. But here is the episode guide for next week, Goldfish Part 2. So, all hell breaks loose when a lockdown is ordered as the staff rush to find out who attacked one of their own. As the prisoners finally reach breaking point, as a powder keg finally explodes into a full-blown riot. So, if you guys have been following my videos over the last couple of months, I have been saying all along that Anne Reynolds will push the women over the edge, and it wouldn't surprise me if Miss Miles contributes towards it as well, because obviously Miss Miles has been treating the women quite harshly. So yeah, things are about to go off in Wentworth. Everything is on a knife's edge, and we are in for some massive episodes. So, let me know in the comments box below, what are you most looking forward to in tomorrow night's episode, and do you think Ferguson's mask might slip in that showdown between Ali in the shower block? Let me know your thoughts in the comments box below. And it is now time for some comment replies. So we have Kaylee Dick. Give this woman an award for the best actress. She's brilliant. I have to agree. Let's give her a massive award, Kaylee. And obviously we are talking about Ferguson. She's mesmerising, isn't she? I absolutely love her. So yep, thank you for your comment. We have Jordan Finn. Anne Reynolds was desperate to get Vera back working at Wentworth. Even said there is a nursery for Grace. Anne then allowed Ferguson to return to the prison. Remember, Ferguson's original plan was to kidnap Grace. Well, they're now both under the same roof. I smell a stunt between Anne and Ferguson. Oh, Jordan, I love your theory. It is interesting because we never got to see any scenes last week between Anne and Ferguson when Ferguson first came back to the prison. So we don't know if these two know each other, or if they've been working together, or if they have any secrets on each other. We know nothing. but it's going to be very interesting. So I think there is definitely a twist coming between Anne and Ferguson. So yes, very exciting. Thank you for your comment, Jordan. And we have Critter Creator. How is it possible that you can get amazing writers, crew, actors with each episode better than the last? I loved the original and I adore this show as well. Kudos should be well and truly given. They deserve every award possible. I have to agree with you, Critter Creator. It is just like one of the best shows ever invented. Everything from the way it's films, to the acting, to the scenes, to the music. It's just perfect. It is like literally the perfect TV show. So, and I'm under the impression that they did finish filming recently, like for next year. So that's going to be a very sad day. Let's not talk about that yet. It's too early to talk about that. But anyway, thank you for your comment. And we have Christopher James. Anne is definitely hiding a big secret. Joan has a post-it note mentioning that she had met with Anne Reynolds in episode 1. And speaking of that notice board, it's going to be discovered sooner or later. Yes, Chris, I have to agree. I remember watching that. So season 8 episode 1, when we first see Ferguson's little billboard that she's created with her stalking Vera, one of her post-it notes saying that Vera was meeting Anne Reynolds. Like Ferguson mentioned, written down Anne Reynolds' full name. So again, this is making me lead on to believe that there must be some sort of history between these two, whether it be good or bad, or even if they're working together, there's definitely something. So I think we've got all that to come. So thank you, Christopher, for your comment, and thank you all for your amazing comments. You're all amazing as usual. So stay tuned, as I will be reviewing this week's episode later this week. It'll be posted here either Wednesday or Thursday. It all depends on how big the video is. The bigger the video, the longer it takes to make. So, but it will be Thursday the latest. And as soon as I get more information about this big riot, you guys will be the first to know. So, thank you all for watching, guys. Enjoy tomorrow night's episode, and I will see you all very soon.